So Simon and Lester, this is your first time in Turkey. How does it make you feel?
It's very exciting to be in Turkey and in Istanbul. I think it's the farthest east this band has ever been. It's all very, very overwhelming and like very, very exciting, very, very different from where we come from. So like this is completely new for us, exciting for us, new territory,
Yeah.
and great, great, great people. What a great festival!
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So the first question is, Colossal feels like Baest turned the volume of freedom all the way up. Was there a specific moment in the studio when you realized, yeah, this is our new sound, something like this?
Yeah, kind of. I think it happens in the rehearsal space because we are a band that really gets together and practices, play it together live in the rehearsal, and then we try to take it out and play it for an audience even before we go and record it. So we had the feeling before we went into the studio that this was a bit different, and it actually came from a lot of old riffs that we've had around, which we were like, is this riff gonna work? But now we had so many, and we were like, let's do this. Like, it has to come out of us. So we never made the choice, and that, it just happened.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
It had to happen, yeah, but it also happened over time.
Yeah.
Because after we did our third album, Necrosapiens, which had that sound, which was also kind of like step away from like the first musical outline. We did a small EP called Justitia, which also contained some small ideas of that guitar-driven rock-ish sound that is very much infused on Colossal. So like it I don't think it just happened overnight. It happened over time and over like I guess we were brave enough to let those riffs come into terms and come into our hearts, I guess. So into the studio and into our creative way of working. And so now we just struck a nerve, and are working ourselves into the sound,
Yeah.
It's a bit like I don't know, a writer who is like trying to write himself into the language.
Exactly.
We're just trying to work ourselves into a sound, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Exactly, it is. If Necrosapiens was the sound of chaos and the Colossal is the sound of liberation, what do you think the next chapter in Baest's evolution will sound like?
Ultimate freedom. I guess so. Like, this is a step in like Colossal is is also kind of like statement inside the band of like letting go of any kind of rules and dogmas, I guess so. So like on the three first albums we worked strictly like within a frame of concepts, but we have let those ideas go and then just went on with what we think is fun, what we think is cool, and what sounds great, and again trying to work ourselves into a sound,
Yeah.
and that's that's what is exciting us. We don't do like take turns just because let's do this because our audience think this is cool. It's an artistic step. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds very, very, yeah.
Yeah,
artsy.
I get your point. Yeah. You have said that the band meets every Monday, coffee, riffs, maybe some cows. What is the weirdest or funniest Monday moment that actually ended up in a song?
Yeah.
I actually think that the title Necrosapiens happened with us joking around because we have a good friend called Fleming, which is a very Danish name, and he plays guitar in Volbeat now. He's the guitar player there, and the joke with this guy is that he writes so evil riffs and he looks so evil that people call him Necro Fleming.
Wow.
And then we like tossed that around. Simon came up with that. You just yelled Necro Sapiens because we talked about Homo sapiens, and then you yelled that, and then we were like, holy shit, that's good. You know, yeah.
That was a really riff because it happened so fast. I guess that song happened so fast, you know. Like that was like a pure paranoid moment, Black Sabbath paranoid moment. It was like, holy shit, that just came out of our asses. Basically. That was pretty cool.
Playing Istanbul for the first time at Portals Fest, what is the one thing you hope the Turkish crowd feels when Baest hits the stage?
We've heard a lot about the Turks' energy. You know, they are absolutely fucking crazy. And we were like, okay, let's check that out. You know, let's let that come into terms. And it was right. You Turks are absolutely fucking crazy.
I think,
hell yeah. Anatolian blood.
I was very surprised because, you know, once a show starts at a festival, you know, people get into the room, and if you're in Germany or mainland Europe, people will be in the back with their arms crossed, you know, but the Turks, obviously, you guys were obviously up in the fucking front yelling, you know, there's no shame in being present. Like, and I really love that energy. Like, and
there's a certain passion. I also see it in your football culture. Like Besiktas has like a game today. They lost, unfortunately, but like the whole passion and the whole fan culture is just like next fucking level.
I totally
to
agree
every other fan culture I've ever seen. So like,
good energy.
Good energy, respect, big respect.
We're so glad to hear this.
Oh yeah.
You have worked with Jesper Binzer. You have flirted with classic rock, energy. If you could bring any rock or metal icon, living or dead, on stage with Baest for one song, who would it be and why?
Oh.
Tough question.
Jackie Lee. Yeah, because that like the King of the Sun, which song you are referring to, is based on Back at the Moon, which is written by Jackie Lee.
We could say so many, you know.
So
many. But also kind of like Vok from Decapitated. He's such a great fucking musician. Like fuck man. And so I don't know if you say underrated, because like people know how good he actually is.
Yeah.
Like he is so freaking good. We've had the honor of seeing him every night back in 2019 when we toured with Decapitated, and it's flawless. Absolutely flawless and amazing. He's like fucking Dimebag Darrell reinvented. But like next level.
Could also be Dimebag Darrell.
Who could be Dimebag Darrell? Yeah, that fucking guitar sound. Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody wants that. Yeah. On stage.
So you often mention that Baest is more like a family than a band. What keeps that bond alive after so many years without the lineup change?
Fun. Straight up fun. We are having fun. We're having so much fun. It's so much not only about like being on stage making music, it's also about having fun, and that's also been like the key word. We've spoken to a lot of journalists and talking about the album Colossal, our new album, and says like the key word is fun. And that's the whole spirit of the band. That's what's keeping it alive, you know. And
I can imagine.
Makes it. Because it's fucking fun. Everybody should do this because of fun. Like, it is. At least for us, it's fun.
it makes your relations stronger. Much
Exactly.
stronger.
You get so much more together and out of each other with a sense of humor.
Mhm,
You know.
mhm.
I also think in the beginning we worked a lot with like the basic of like how do we do this, how do we involve our personal lives, and the foundation of how to be a human being with this in your life is there, and that just makes it so that we can have fun.
And and the pure curiosity, like you have to stay curious on each other and also be there for each other. We've went through a lot of things throughout 10 years. It's not like nothing is happening throughout 10 years. Like we've had kids, grew parents,
Great. Yeah.
like we've went through a lot together as well.
I see. Yeah.
Mhm.
Some riffs on Colossal go back to your teenage years. If your 15-year-old self could hear what Baest sounds like now, what do you think he would say?
I think that's a good question. I think that when I pick up a guitar and try to write something, I think that I write to the 15-year-old version of myself exploring music, like that. The whole world is yet to be explored, and like and this thing hits you, because that was it really hit me, Iron Maiden, Slayer, all the stuff, Bloodbath really hit me, Danish band called Dawn of the Mice. I was just, wow, what,
Yeah.
I think that the 15-year-old me would have never guessed that it could be this, and so in that way it's very good. Like it's obviously me who wrote one of the old riffs, and and I never imagined it could go this far. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Iron Maiden and Opeth DNA in the new record. Actually, what is one band's influence you would never admit publicly until now?
There's no such thing as not admitting what genre, whatever you like. Like there's what is it called? The whole guilty pleasure thing. I think that's bullshit, because you like what you fucking like.
Exactly.
But if
Yeah.
you have to mention something that's a bit weird, what could you say?
I don't fucking know. There's no such thing as guilty pleasure for me. Yeah. Yeah. I think I got it. You wouldn't understand. I think the Danish people would understand, because like there's back in the 80s, there's a big there was a big blooming of Danish artists back in then, and Eurovision had a song. It's called Danse i Måneskin, Dancing in the Moonlight. It is in Danish, sang by a then 16-year-old Trine Dyrholm, which is today she is a very well-known actor as well. She has also gained some international. She played with Pierce Brosnan once, I guess so, and they obviously did a Eurovision Song Contest song, which is like, it's also kind of like a kid's song. You sing it in schools, in public schools, and stuff like that. And it won back at that. Amazing song, actually, amazing pop song. And we've actually, when we worked with one of the songs, it's called Loath and Love, which is actually our first kind of like interpretation of a love song. So we tried to do a love song, I guess. And then when we worked with the lyrics from that song, we were like, you had the idea of actually trying to take a line from that song, Dancing Måneskin, Dancing in the Moonlight, from a Eurovision song, Danish Eurovision song from, I believe it was 84 or something, like 1984.
Wow.
Old shit, but still like trying to work work it into the lyrics at that point. If you can call that, I fucking love that song. So like, no guilty pleasure there. But maybe that would hit a guilty pleasure at some point.
Exactly. If Baest had to describe Colossal using only food metaphors, what kind of dish would it be? And who is the chef in the band?
Yeah, banana. I do a banana. Hell yeah. There's definitely some phallic rock shit in that album. There's some big dick energy. Definitely. Let's point it out. You know, we're Scandinavians. We like to say it as it is. We don't like to pack things in. So stop that fruit shit interpretation. It's big dick energy. It's banana energy. You know. So like, and who's the cook? Well,
we like to yell at each other a lot.
Like
so everybody's
too many cooks in the kitchen, you know. Too many bananas in the kitchen, if you know what I mean, you know.
I get it.
Yeah, it becomes a weird fruit salad, you know.
Great definition.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sparing your time with us.
Absolutely, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.